Hey ladies, I was wanting to make a video because I was getting a couple of messages on Facebook and some DMs, and I wasn't able to keep up with who asked what last and keep up with my kids and my animals. So I was like, I'm going to just make a video. I'm going to try not to have it super long because it's not a long process. And I hate when I watch videos and girls are just explaining and then going way off in left field and talking about things that don't even matter. So we're going to keep it really short and sweet. In March, I reached out to Seduction to have a virtual consultation. I was assigned Maria. Nope, I just lied. I was assigned Rosa as my coordinator. She was awesome since day one. She answered all my questions. She answered all my text messages. She answered all my emails, my phone calls. Even though I did all the research, I still had questions because I like to triple check and make sure for like 1,000% that I know what I'm getting into. So we put down the $500 deposit so I could secure a date versus just putting down $100 deposit to secure the promotion. And at the time, the promotion was like $4,500 for a tummy tuck. So I don't know what promotion they have going on right now. I know they have a $1,500 off promotion, but I don't know what the prices are. Prices can fluctuate at any time. So just keep that in mind. So did that, picked a date originally in December and then changed it for June because I did not want to have a major surgery around the holidays and not be able to enjoy my family and friends for the holidays. So I picked it in June. Also, it's the summertime, so I didn't have to worry about school and all that other kind of mess. So boom, that's done. Do my labs, my 20 to 15 day mark. I do the labs, everything's good. My EKG, my blood work, everything's fine. My hemoglobin was 12.7, so I did not have to get a cell saver. Let's see, and Dr. Lansden said you have to have at least a 12.0 to a 12.5. And if it's in 12.0 to 12.5, you have to get cell saver, and cell saver is $500. So backing it up some, before I got that surgery, I completely changed my diet as far as sugar. I was taking all my iron supplements, increasing my water, increasing my vegetables. I was like really trying to make sure that my iron was high, my hemoglobin, was high for me so I can get the surgery. So all that's cleared. I booked the flight, the Airbnb, and the rental. So my flight was from Tampa to Miami, round trip. That was for me and my husband, $398. The Airbnb, 7 days. That was $890 and some change, or $880 and some change. The rental car, got it from Enterprise, again, 7 days. Because I have a discount, because I work for insurance and you get a discount on your rental cars, I was able to get a full-size car for less than $300 for 7 days a week. It is more expensive if you have to pay full price. But those are the expenses I paid: room, flight, car. So when you get to Miami and you go to pre-op honestly can be in and out. It can be a couple hours. I've heard girls saying that they were there all day. My pre-op time was from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And because my flight came in kind of late, had to get through traffic, had to get a rental car, all that, I probably got there at like 2:15. Not gonna lie. Called my coordinator, let her know we're having trouble. I'm here in Tampa, that whole shebang. She still knew. She communicated back and forth with me, so I knew I could still come in. So you get to pre-op, you register on the little iPad, you sign in, you let the ladies at the front desk know that you're there. They'll give you a stack of papers like this big for you to go through every page, read, sign, initial, everything. Read everything carefully though, ladies. Because there is a part in there about if you need to get a revision or anything of that sort, you can pay like a small fee for a revision versus having to come back and have to pay for a whole other surgery. So just keep that in mind. I did not pay for it. I was kind of like, I'm going to throw the cards up in the air and let them land where they land. Plus, I really trusted Dr. True, and he didn't have any pictures that I had seen or videos that I had seen where any of the girls looked bad. So I was like, I'm going to trust him. I'm going to trust God. I'm going to trust him. He got this. So I did those papers. I'm listening to the other women in there talking, so it took me a little bit longer to do my paperwork. It probably took me about 30 minutes to do all the paperwork because I was being nosy, listening, talking. I get pulled to the back. I do my COVID test. I do my urine test as well. I think that was the drug test with the urine. I'm pretty sure the urine was a drug test, and the prick in the finger was for COVID. At that time, I paid for my pre-op package, which was the Levinox shot, which is the blood thinner. The drug test, the COVID test, the pregnancy test, which I don't know why they test you for pregnancy when your blood test is for pregnancy as well. So that was weird. Like when you do your labs. Let me see. They gave you compression socks as well, a binder, and a faja. So that's $521. She also asked me if I wanted the Exparol shot. Now the Exparol shot is the 72-hour shot that they give you in your abdomen after they repair the muscles and a hernia if you have any, and it blocks the pain for 72 hours. I purchased that. That was $588. Everything had to be cash. They do have an ATM in the lobby if you don't have the cash on you, but everything has to be cash. Ladies, if you come there, make sure at least have like $1,200 cash, because you never know what you want to add on. So I paid for that. She said I'd get a text letting me know what time my surgery would be the next day. So that was it. Went to the Airbnb, kind of just chilled out and waited. So I got a call the next day around noon asking me to come in for surgery. I got there and I got prepped and waited until 6 p.m. I don't know why I was in there till 6 p.m. I could have been at home waiting, but I was there till 6 p.m. When the anesthesiologist came in, I was severely dehydrated because they tell you don't eat or drink anything after midnight. I personally know you can eat or drink, or you can drink up to 2 hours before, but they kept stressing don't eat or drink, so I didn't. So I had to actually get fluids because my veins were collapsing. So ladies, you can still drink water, because once you get to the surgery center, you don't just go straight back to your surgery. They have to mark you up. They have to prep you. You have to prep the actual OR. That takes about 2 hours. So even if you are literally drinking water right up to the minute you step out of your car to walk into the surgery center, you are A-okay, because all the water that you would have drunk by that 2 hour mark, you're using the restroom, it will be out of your system. The reason why they don't want you to have food is because if you have a complication during surgery, it's hard for them to catch the food as you're, throwing up. It's easier for them to just like suction out water if you're throwing up, if that makes sense. So, and that's what the anesthesiologist told me. So I'm there till around 6:30 is when I finally get wheeled back. At 6 o'clock or like 6:05, Dr. Lansden came in. He's like, yay high, super hilarious, very, very sweet. We talked about what I liked, what I didn't like, what I wanted to be shaped like. I had my C-section scar that I told him I wanted, to keep it really, really thin and pretty and neat, just like that. Because the way I'm shaped, I asked for my line to kind of follow my curves. So I didn't want a straight line from hip to hip. I didn't want a huge V line because I don't have a long torso, so it would look weird. So I asked him to kind of curve me. So my scar curves very well and actually gives me a very nice shape. The way he lipoed and did my scar and sewed me up, I have a really cute little hourglass shape for someone who's only 5'1". So I go back into the room. I get on the table and the anesthesiologist is like, hey, honey, I'm just going to put this over you. It's just to help you breathe smoother. Never once did she say, this is the stuff that's going to knock you out. She didn't ask me to count from 10. She didn't say, hey, I'll see you on the other side. Nothing. She's like, this is going to help you breathe smoother. I put it on. I just remember looking over at a very, very, very shiny light. And I started to pray. And I don't think I finished that prayer. I woke up in the recovery area next to two ladies. One had a BBL and one had a tummy tuck BBL. So like a dual procedure. The only real pain that I felt when I first woke up, obviously I'm horribly cold. So like, I'm like, holy crap, like I'm cold. I'm trying to focus. I remember like blinking really hard, like, Drea, focus. You're okay. Stop freaking out. Because the two ladies were like screaming in pain. So I was trying to remember, like, just focus. Pain is in your mind. Just focus. The actual incision line, it was hot, obviously, because it was just, cut open. But as far as pain in my midsection, nothing. My brain was telling me that it was hurting, but it wasn't. That's just me freaking out. I'm hearing people screaming next to me. I'm cold. I'm alone. Don't know where my husband is. That whole thing. So once they see that I'm awake and they can hear me over the other two dolls who were in pain, I asked them if they didn't call my husband. I do want to kind of dial back on that a little bit. So when I opened my eyes and noticed that I was in the recovery room, it was 8 o'clock. So I went back to surgery like 6:30, 6:45-ish, because, you got to walk back there and kind of like sit on the table and they kind of strap you down. So I'm to like 6:45-ish. When I woke up, it was 8. What time I actually got back there, I don't know. But when I woke up, it was 8. Between me focusing, listening to the girl screaming next to me, and finally have a voice to say, hey, can you call my husband? It didn't feel like it was that long, but it was 45 minutes. You are very tired. You are very, very out of it. That anesthesia will put you on your butt. So time was flying like no tomorrow. Like I was literally blinking and 10 minutes were going by. So it's good that you stay in the recovery as long as you possibly can to let that anesthesia kind of wear off. When I finally got to my car and I sat down and made a conscious decision to look at the clock in the car, it was 9 p.m. And I was like, holy crap, I've been gone for a long time. My throat was really sore. I was very dehydrated, very confused, kept going in and out. And that's because the anesthesia was still wearing off. So I was still like kind of like nodding off and going to sleep. But that was really it. We drove to like 6 different CVS, Walgreens, and Navarro's to try to get my prescription filled. And we ended up way in South Beach to try to get my prescription filled. And we started off like close to Coral Gables. So a nice little drive for some medicine. We got back to the Airbnb. My husband just kind of like laid me down and I kind of just went to sleep after that. And then I've already posted a video of how I felt once I woke up, my day 1 post-op. So that's my deposit to surgery time. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you want me to go into details further about anything, let me know. I tried to be as detailed as possible. But that's all I can really think about right now. I will make another video and put everything that I did buy for surgery, because these videos out here will have you buying everything and you don't need it. So let me just gather up all the things so I don't miss any points or miss any items, and I'll let you girls know.